Good evening, all our esteemed members of Maharashtra Ophthalmological Society and also the members at large who are also joining us today from all nooks and corners of India, from All India Ophthalmological Society and friends and family. Uh, as we all know, the difference between the greats and the legends is to perceive and to focus for longer period of time. So today we are going to celebrate an incredible journey of such a true Karma Yogi, no one else than the legend of legends of our own MOS, Padma Shri Professor Dr. T.P. Lahane sir. Welcome, sir, from MOS. Thank you, sir. So we all know that Dr. T.P. Lahane sir is embodiment of someone who has actually showed us how to succeed with dreaming high by working hard towards what your goals, achieving them by sweat, determination, and sheer hard work in spite of several obstacles in Sir's health and both from early personal life to the highest achievements that Sir has had. Sir is really embodiment of a greatest inspiration that we have in MOS today. So we are extremely happy from the team MOS to present to you the journey of the legendary Dr. T.P. Lahane sir. Before we go further, I would like to now invite our Honorable President, Dr. Santosh Agarwal sir, who is a well-known anterior as well as retina specialist from Aurangabad and an extremely dynamic president that we have in our MOS. He has started several new initiatives in this year and has been a great guide and support to all our team. So over to you, Dr. Agarwal sir, for your welcome address.
Thank you, Vardhaman, for your kind words. Respected Lahane sir, Ragini madam, and my all MOS teammates, esteemed MOS members, and dear friends. Very good evening to one and all. In fact, we are very fortunate to have Dr. Lahane sir today with us. We know him very well, who has traveled his journey from his childhood at a very small place near Latur, Bid district, and come to a pinnacle position in ophthalmology. He has many obstacles in his life. He has faced many problems in his life, and come to such a position where everybody desires to be. And he is a teacher's of teacher. So we respect him. He is from Marathwada, so we have very much faith and also respect for him. I like his 4-5 virtues. That is, one is very hardworking person, very sincere person, very confident, updated in knowledge and skill. He not only restricted himself to extracapsular cataract surgery or the past cataract surgeries, but also he updated his knowledge, the latest phaco technology, and everything he learned. So that is a great thing about him. I also like to mention here that whenever we go to a BOA, his hospitality and very helping nature that really reflects in his life. And he also is aware of the pains of the downtrodden people, underprivileged people. So he always tried to help those people. He held many camps in the rural areas and across the Maharashtra. He is a Padma Shri. We are very proud of you, sir. And I request him to give the tips and the pearls of wisdom from his life so that our people or new generation can learn from him. We fondly called as Tatya. And what this long form of Lahane sir, L for love, A for agile, H for hardworking, A for assertiveness, N for noble, and E for earnest. So this is Dr. Lahane. Thank you very much. Over to Vardhaman again.
Thank you, sir. So very well said. I think it could have not been said in better way. But we all know that Dr. Lane sir does not require any introduction, not only in ophthalmic fraternity, but all over India, because sir has touched the lives of each and every of ophthalmologists and each and every member of the society, the citizens, especially the downtrodden tribal people of the state and beyond, for whom sir has really devoted all his life. But to make a small attempt and just to make our audience aware about Sir's achievements, I'm going to make a very small 2 minute introduction about Sir. And after that, Sir is going to enlighten us with Sir's own journey as well. So we all know that there is a very famous quote, which is by Colin Powell. He says that success is a result of perfection, hard work, learning from failures, being loyal, and most importantly, being persistent. I think this is something which is a personification of our own Professor Dr. T.P. Lahane sir. Sir can be called, as we discussed, a true karma yogi of 21st century. Sir is a highly skilled surgeon, very respected teacher, and a very able administrator who has surpassed mountains in his life to be where he is today, and his life is a true inspiration for all of us. Born in 1957 in a very small farmer's family in Makegaon, which is a small taluka village in Latur, Sir was the first person in his family to get highly educated, and he did everything on his own by following the principle of earn while you learn. So, Sir actually achieved all his education by his own hard work. He went on to do his MBBS from the Marathwada University in Aurangabad, and where he also achieved his MS ophthalmology in 1985. After which, Sir joined Ambezogai Rural Medical College as first lecturer and then the associate professor. And that time, Sir actually started his life mission of helping the downtrodden and the poor people of the state by conducting numerous camps for them. But because of Sir's failing health and his kidney issues, Sir had to resettle in Mumbai in 1994, where he had now access to a good healthcare. And this was the start of the new beginning and the new milestone in the era of not only Sir's life, but also ophthalmic field in the state as well. In 1994, Sir joined the Sir JJ Hospital, and in 1995, Sir had his life-changing kidney transplant procedure, post which he decided to dedicate all his life to the sake of uplifting the poor people. Sir has done remarkable and outstanding work in all the administrative posts that he has held so far, including as the head of department in the for ophthalmology in JJ Group of Hospitals, where he actually trained numerous ophthalmologists, made them self-aware, made them self-trained so that they could go out and actually continue the work and the ethos and the ethics that Sir has taught them. Sir continued to work to uplift the department and increased its capacity and made it into a full-fledged super specialty eye care domain, which became the, let's say, one of the top five apex centers in the government settings all over India. He was ably supported by his then student and then disciple and a colleague later on, Professor Dr. Ragini Parekh ma'am, and his team performed more than 19,000 surgeries per year for many, many years to come. He carried out multiple surgical camps in tribal and rural districts of Maharashtra to prevent blindness and conducted more than 350 such camps during that tenure. He started the first refractive surgery setup in the government setup, that too in Maharashtra, against all odds, and this made refractive surgery affordable for everybody. He developed the existing eye bank in JJ Hospital and upgraded to carry out more than 300 corneal transplants in a year. After that, Sir had ably upgraded not only the ophthalmic department of JJ Hospital, but also the JJ Group of Hospital in general in the capacity where he took up the responsibility as the dean of Grand Medical College and Sir JJ Group of Hospitals. He increased number of OPD patients from 4 lakh 90,000 to 10 lakh 70,000, increased number of major surgeries from 16,000 to almost 37,000 in the 7 years as dean. He increased the total amount of funding which was allocated for the JJ group of hospitals and increased the number of postgraduate students from 97 to 175 in all subspecialties as well. After which, Sir joined as the joint director of the DMER, and where he was responsible for 18 medical colleges and several other educational institutes all over the Maharashtra. And he helped elevating the educational system in the medical let's say subspecialties as the head of DMER, and that has been a remarkable tenure for Sir as the director of medical education and research. Sir has been also the chief nodal officer for the COVID-19 in the state of Maharashtra and has done remarkable humanitarian work during the COVID-19 that we all have faced, and we all have seen Sir's work as the COVID-19 leader as well. But I think one of the most important core contributions of Sir has been in terms of the social work that Sir has done. He has conducted more than total 667 ophthalmic camps, including more than 350 surgical camps. Sir has worked in Anandwan to operate leprosy patients for all their eye element and also conducted 10 days mega surgical camps for more than 2,000 surgeries every year at the same place. He has treated thousands of patients who are brought for cataract operation from rural areas to not only the camp settings but also to the JJ hospitals, and conducted multiple seminars, written multiple articles to increase awareness about eye donation for the public at large. Sir has contributed a lot in our ophthalmic fraternity organization as well. Sir has been the past president of Maharashtra Ophthalmological Society, past president of the Bombay Ophthalmological Association. Sir is currently the chief advisor for both MOS as well as BOA and has been a guiding force for all of us in this capability. And Sir is a lighting guide for us whenever we have any query, whenever we require any guidance. It is Sir first that we approach, and with Sir's guidance, everything happens in MOS and also in BOA. So basically, Sir has been awarded by numerous hundreds of extremely prestigious awards, out of which the most important being one of the highest civilian awards of the country, which is Padma Shri, which was awarded to Sir by 2000 in 2008 for doing more than 1 lakh cataract surgeries. Sir has also achieved the Asia Pacific Award as the educator, as a teacher, and of course, as the Maharashtrian of the Year Award, as the Marathwada Bhushan Award, and the list is truly, truly endless. So from Team MOS, sir, we really welcome you and we really thank you to accept our invitation today. And we would like to now request you to kindly share your journey with us with your presentation. Thank you, sir. Sir, I think, sir, you're muted, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, Vardhaman. I think you have given me all biodata. Thank you very much for the studying my biodata. Santosh and you both are from my native. So you are my, can say, brothers and sons also. The Atul is also with you. Then the Swati, then the Mandar, and my 3 panelists are sitting. Nikhil is working with me near about from 16 years. Ragini is working with me from near about 30 years. And Saili is my student, and now she is my faculty working in JJ and outside. So thank you very much for inviting me, and I'm very happy to share my life with the MOS because I always love MOS. When the MOS was the VOS, that Vidarbha was different, and the Maharashtra Ophthalmic Association, I tried and brought everybody together. And now today, all, it may be Marathwada, it may be Vidarbha, it may be Paschim Maharashtra, it may be other Maharashtra, or it may be Mumbai. Everybody is together in the name of Maharashtra Ophthalmic Society. And I'm very much proud of this Maharashtra Ophthalmic Society. And I always feel that our people should go to the AIOS. And really, I appreciate my people today. 3 people are there in AIOS. Next time, it should be 5 people. They should enter in AIOS. And our this society should grow. Thank you very much. And I request Sumit to share my presentation. Now, this is as you know, that my journey. I'm starting this journey from my village. and my village was Makegaon. And in the Makegaon, they started the first standard school, and there were no students for that. And Mr. Tikte, who is a Guruji there, he asked me, my father, that as my age is 6, and he should come into the school. And that is how I entered in the school. On that day, it was the 24th June, and he wrote it is a 24th June, and so that is my birthday. And then the school started. I started stood first in the every class. It may be a first year, second year, first, second, third, fourth. In the fourth, there was a I can say board examination. I stood first, and because of that, the another school, they met my father, and they asked that the Tatya should come in the school, and then I entered in the fifth school. Till the ninth standard, I was not only first in the class, but I was first in the school always. So I got maximum marks in the school. That may be ninth students, or I may be in the fifth. So like that. Now what happens? The always the opportunity is there. It knocks always to the doors, and like that. See, so many lessons are there, and I will just discuss with you what are the different lessons they came in my life and how I learned lessons from them to me. So the next is the see what happens. I was very sick in 10th. Three months I was on the bed. There was a typhoid, and I have not attended school. And there was examination. But Bonge Guruji and Shazra Guruji, they came. They asked me, you should appear for the examination. And then I appeared for the examination. That time I was unable to solve one problem in higher math. It was provided to me by my teacher only as a copy. But I decided that I should not write from the copy I have not written. And I should 10th. Otherwise, I might have been first in the Marathwada. But this 10th, when I was in Marathwada, because of that, again, the school, the teachers, Harishchandra Guruji and Bonge Guruji met my father, and they asked he should go to the medical, this 12th, 11th and 12th. And then if what happens, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. So what happens? The I always move forward. How I moved forward? There I went to the Vaidyanath College, where the Vaidyanath College was there, and there was a can say they were giving the boarding. Also, they were giving the books for the 20 students, and in that 20 students, I was number one as I was a 10th. But they asked me to read the one chapter, and this chapter was having the stomach, that is a stomach, and my teacher was saying the stomach, and because of that I pronounced it as a stomach. And he told me, no, your pronunciations are not good, so now you can't be in the good batch, so you are not given the, you can say, admission in this batch. And later on what happens, you see, when I was going, the another teacher who asked me that if you are a farmer, then you can just work as a can earn while learn. And then I was watering the plants every day. I was getting 30 rupees, and that 30 rupees, I was just getting educated myself. And when I was getting educated myself, then after the examination, my result was there. I was the only one who was selected. And out of the 20 who was the good batch, which was the special batch for the MBBS with special teaching, not a single student was selected from that batch. And I was the only. I think the God might have removed me from that batch so that I can enter in the MBBS. So that was the, you can say, that was the problem. And this problem, as an opportunity, I came out, and you can say what happens then when you are not given something a chance, or you are deprived of something, then you become, you can say, you can say another thing. You always think that yes, I should work hard so that I can enter into the class, and like that I just because of the botany teacher Kale, uh, I did my 2 years education, and in that education I again stood 10th in the Marathwada. and I entered the MBBS in Aurangabad. Now, what happens? Always remember, see, whenever you are there, I always say that our teacher, our friend, our mentor. So when I was entering in the class that time, I always learn one lesson that Guru is a Guru. So my Guru, that is Kale sir, because of whom I learned, and my friend Jugal Kishore Lohia, who gave me the three can say dresses and one apron, and also we can say the one shoes, and with that I learned my total 4 years in MBBS. So what happens? Your friends, your mentors play a role whenever you are doing such thing. And then I entered in the medical college Aurangabad. So in the medical college Aurangabad also, now see, I am not, as you know, I was very poor. So no any photographs are there with me till the MBBS. So in the MBBS, I think we went somewhere. The six students, we went. These are our classmates, and these classmates, I was having very good friends in the class, and these we were having 7 people, and we all 7 were taking the our the food in the mess. So that mess I was running, and in that mess I was you can say there is a secretary always called as in that mess I was a secretary, and because of this mess I could do my education. Otherwise it was not possible to educate myself in MBBS also. And so first year, second year, third year, we were having together running a mess in the Begumpura, and in that mess I think the all my 7 colleagues were there. Only one is ophthalmologist, all 6 are non-ophthalmologist, and this only one colleague is Dr. Vasant Kumar Sawant. He is an ophthalmologist and he is there in Mumbai. So then we studied together. He was 1 year senior to me. Now what happens? They always remember the lesson. I learned the lesson here is friends with whom we live good days and bad days stay forever with you. These all friends are with me till date. So whenever they come, so they always feel that uh, he is my friend. But sometimes what happens, those who are not in the good friend like that, or like that, see, the another thing is this is the Raghunath Rao Munde. I think this he has made my life. He was a MLA, and that time when I was so much poor, and the one MLA came forward and he offered that he want to give his daughter to me as a wife. And I asked, okay, I will go ahead. There is no problem. And in 6 months, I think first time I was having the account in my bank. He came, he put my 1,000 rupees in the bank, and that was my first account in my life. But see what happens in the life. In the life, whenever uh, you have to, I can say, face the hardship, it is always there. So my, you can say, the in the life after the 6 months, I married on 20th of June, and on the 3rd December, on which day there was an ophthalmology paper, he met with accident and he died. So now this he died, and because of that I failed in ophthalmology. Now when I failed in ophthalmology, then next time I passed in ophthalmology and he was not there. Just because I was getting house post, I did my ophthalmology because I was to do orthopedic or pediatric, but it was not possible to do. And because of that, I think the I thought the I am getting 700. That time the Siley was there. The daughter brought to me, and because of that, for the 700, I chose ophthalmology, and I entered in the ophthalmology. And then the ophthalmology, see, the always remember. So what happens? Whatever. I have not gone to the pediatrics, I have not gone to the orthopedic, but I gone to ophthalmology. I always say that. So whenever you think of opportunity, don't think only one, that I want to be this one. No, you should be having the broad views and whatever you are getting, yes, but you should always keep in mind that you want to achieve number one. And if you want to achieve number one, then it may be anything. Likewise, you can go ahead, and By the hard work, you can achieve. But if you are on the first step, don't deny it. So that my first step was ophthalmology, because I was not getting the last step. That was the pediatric and orthopedic I was not getting. So I again went to the first step and I started doing ophthalmology. And so what happens, the whatever your plans are there, those plans may not be successful, but if you decide, you can do it. Next, Sumit. Now see this, my teachers. I always remember in the Aurangabad, my teachers, Dr. Maria sir, he was my first teacher. The Lemade sir, he was my second teacher. Both are not there in now there. Then my another teacher was Karandikar sir. Dr. Lemade sir got transferred, and I was the first student of Dr. Wangikar sir. So these four people, they were my teacher. They taught me in the not only the ophthalmology, but also they taught me everything of my life. And this is Dr. Lemade sir. He was like, you can say, the father to me or brother to me, and he was like a family member to me. And then in 1978, I met Dr. Bhalachandra. He was from Ambijogai, and he was a civil surgeon, but he used to do the cataract camps. So I went to meet him in Usmanabad. He came from the camp. First of all, he saw the patient. It was 11 p.m. He saw patient first, and then we had a dinner with him. After that, I thought I should also, as he was from Ambijogai, that inspired me for the eye camps. Dr. Balchandra, he inspired me for the eye camp, and from that time, what I always feel that if you really respect your teacher, then do something which you make them feel proud. So like that, so whenever now any teacher meets me, he always says that you have done good. But see what happens again. The fate, I was having the bilateral CRF, this chronic renal failure, and then I was on dialysis. Now, when I was on dialysis, there was no dialysis in the Ambijogai, and just I came to Mumbai for the dialysis. I was taking dialysis on every Thursday, and then I was doing everything. My weight that time was 39 kg. I was so thin, but I was attending the department. That time I was unable to do even the. I was doing the suture surgery. I was not doing the buried suture. Dr. Ragini taught me what is a buried suture, or you can say the keratoplasty or everything I learned here. So what happens? Though I was ill, I was taking the treatment. The doctor told me, you go for the insurance. Your life is for 1 year. I went for the insurance also. And later on, that doctor only told me you can go for the kidney transplant. And then in 95, next Sumit, then in the, you can say in 95, 12th February, my mother's kidney matched me. And that I celebrate that as my birthday, because the first birthday was written by the teacher. I don't know when was my birthday, but now this 12th February is my birthday definitely, because my mother's kidney matched me, and my mother Anjana Bai, she changed my life. It was my second birth on 22nd. On 22nd of February, I underwent kidney transplant, and see her how much one should love. When she was asked that the doctor asked her that I am removing your one kidney, my mother told me, I don't know your language, because my mother is illiterate, my father is illiterate, but they are gods for me. And because of them, my mother told them, you give me the anesthesia, and once you give me anesthesia, remove my one kidney. And if that is not successful in my tatya, take my another kidney and give it to him. See, this is only mother can do. Second day, my mother came to see me when she was having 166 sutures to her abdomen. And I think that sacrifice and independent love of my mother changed my total thing. And then that time, when I was thinking to go for practice, I was thinking to go for everything. I decided to change the department, and the challenges were so many. In the challenges, the department, they were having only 30 patients every day, operating 6 patients. In the year, there were only 600 patients were operated, such a department. Now, in that department, then there was then team uh, how I started. See, so what happens when I started? So the every time you can see the I started to work on every day. That maybe I was working from 9 to 5, but after that also I started work. Before that, again I started work at 8. Then later on I started at 7, and I was working every day. That means I was working minimum 12 hours a day. Now what happens? Then you will have to go for the team, and in the team, the first member who really supported me for 30 years only and only Dr. Ragini Parekh. If Ragini would have been not joined me, so whatever Dr. Lahane is seen today, it was not possible or impossible. Because the Ragini joined me in 95, and from 95 to till date, Ragini and me are working together. She is there and she made the team. And also because of that, I think we could do something. Now, for our team later on, the everybody joined, but the first person who joined was the Maruti Selar. He was a person who joined us, and then the our all the you can say the people working in the operation theater started coming with us with the Rotary Club, and Rotary Club we started the camps. And because this the team, I think the our OPD, which was there only 30 patients, this OPD gradually increased, and this OPD becomes 450 and more than that. This OPD is increased because of result only. So these results, I learned the FICO in 95. I went to Abhay Vasavada, I went to KK Mehta, and then I also learned the small incision surgery in 96 from Bulmenthal. I went to Israel. I was there for 1 month with Bulmenthal. I learned the technique. And this Bulmenthal technique, because of that, and Visco technique, we started sutureless surgery in the camps first time in Maharashtra. So we were the first person to do sutureless surgery, and we did the first camp in Palghar, 99 cases with Dr. Kirit Modi, the second camp in Uran, and then the other camp in Sada, that is in Nandurbar. So like that, our camp started, and Abhay taught me PECO, and the Keki Mehta, who came to my operation theater and sat with me, and I operated 13 cases on that day. And from that day onward, I have started doing the FICO emulsification. So here what I always feel, there is no any age for learning. I was 39, 42. So 39, I underwent kidney transplant, and I was learning the phacoemulsification, small incision surgery, keratoplasty, everything. And this I learned in my age after 40. So what happens? So anytime you can learn, and I always feel grateful and gratitude towards my teacher. I always do that. And my another legend and another support, another inspiration, and that is Baba Amte. I think I was called to the Anandvan in 1999, January. Myself and Dr. Ragini, we went to the Anandvan, and there we operated 178 cataract surgery. Out of that, 71 cases were from the leprosy, that is a lepromatous leprosy. They were saying that 35% people will get blind after doing the cataract surgery in such type of cases. But we operated, we stayed there, and there was not a single blind from the cataract surgery. Today, 5,600 leprosy patients are operated by us, but there is not a single blind patients after surgery. Because yes, complications are there, but we manage complication. And when we met Baba Amte, that time we came to know what is a social work, and he guided us throughout up to 2008. He was there, but we lost him in 2008. We have not met. We were in Nagpur that day, and we were going to meet him, and we came to know that he is no more. So I think the for me, after the you can say the my mother, father, my teacher, and my guru is Baba Amte, and till date I respect him. See, it is not possible to work alone. It is never possible. But if you want to work for longer, then you should have a team. and that is also dedicated team. Dr. Ragini has dedicated me, and she is, and you can see this, the number of the camps. This is a Pathardi camp. You can see this is a Anandvan camp, and the number of the cases are 10,000. More than that, see, so many cases they are coming are 15,000. So, but we examine from morning to evening. It means we start at 8 and we will finish at 11 p.m. But till that time, every patient in every camp, we have done 692 camps till date. All 692 camp, not a single patient was asked to go back. Every patient was examined, every patient was treated for whatever the problems he has. And the patients were admitted. Sometimes what happens, the last patients, the patients who are, you can say, old patients, they remain behind. And when they remain behind, they are blind. So what happens, we always feel that we'll admit only to 500 cases. And in that, then when the blinds come, Ragini will tell me, sir, he is blind. And when we are operating, she will also tell me, why you are admitted so many? But last patients who are blind and mature cataract, we will have to admit because they remain behind because of they are blind. And so always everybody feels that why we are operating so many people. We decide to operate, number is less. But because they are blind, we are operating more people to take care of them. Next. The In the 2007, I did 1 lakh surgery, and Honorable our Chief Minister, Honorable Vilasravji Deshmukh sir, see how much luck I am having. He himself came to felicitate me in my ward, and he felicitated me in front of my father and mother in my ward. And that time only he told he will get the award. I have not applied for anything. But in 2008, I was honored the fourth civilian award Padma Shri by Government of India. I am very thankful for that. And after doing the 1 lakh surgery, so I think that has changed our so much of the. You can say whenever we are going anywhere, then that time we were uh, given the more facilities. Before that, the facilities were not there. So what happens? The tireless and pure-hearted work for needy you can do for the can take you to miles. So if you do it, definitely it will take you for the miles, and that you have not dreamed any time. Now see what happens in the JJ. Can say the everybody. So Honorable Balasaheb Thackeray was also operated by me. Even poor person is operated by me. Even the Prime Minister visited that time, and the later on I become the Dean of Grand Medical College. See, from the you can say very poor family, then I rose to the Dean Grand Medical College, and I was there 7 years, 7 months Dean in Grand Medical College. I was working, and then the next the see what happens whenever you progress. You have seen me. I was a laborer doing the you can say for one rupee. I was working in others field. From that, I become a dean of Grand Medical College. So sky is the only limit when you do the hard work. Now make up your use for the betterment of the society. What I did, the position is a dean, and in the dean position, what I did, I decided to help the poor. The number of OPD was increased from 4 lakhs to the 10 lakhs people. I increased my operations from 16,000 to 40,000 per year. And every patient, it means I started the Mahatma Phule Yojana there. And in Mahatma Phule, I was the highest operating person there in Mumbai or in Maharashtra. So that I did. So after that also, when I decided to work in that also, I become a director. When I become a director, in the director, then there was a COVID, and I was a nodal officer. And when I was a nodal officer there, in the nodal officer, so many problems. It means to purchase medicines, rate contract. Every day you will have to be different type of medicines. But what we did, all over Maharashtra, I was taking the video conferencing. and the patient was treated with the same treatment in Mumbai and also in the Gadchiroli, because four people will sit there, and when four people will sit there, these four people, they will guide to each and every patient all over Maharashtra. Medicines were provided to each and everybody by ambulance. Oxygen were provided to each and everybody. And when the oxygen not there, patient are shifted, and everything was whatever was required we were doing. So ICU beds, you will see there were only few ICU beds which were increased. Even the you can say the COVID labs were three. Because with the government we made it 550 labs, and you can see that even the ICU beds made 20,000. It means the government was working very hard, and with the government we all officers were working very hard, and that was a good opportunity, so that we was able to save so many people, so many lives that time, and we did this. After that, I retired from the medical college, and after that, on 18th May, the Raghunath Rao Munde, who was my father-in-law, he was there in my life for 6 months. But I decided that on his name only, I should start the second inning, and I started the Raghunath Netrale there in the in Mumbai, and this Raghunath Netrale I started on 18th. But everything everything goes to my father and mother. He is my father, Pundalika Lane. He is no more. My mother, she is 88 years. She is there. I will tell you, these are illiterate people. But I will tell you, most educated people they are. Because of them, I learned myself. Because of my mother, I learned. Because of Anjana Bai, I am there. And I started the Anjana Bai dialysis center in Mudud Jandira. And we are doing near about 350 free dialysis every month on her name. See, these, my father and mother, my family, my wife, Sulochana, she has never asked me where you are going. So what happens if she has not asked me where you are going? That only has helped me. Otherwise, it was very difficult. Otherwise, every day, how I can tell where I am going? So whenever I will come home, she will just welcome me with smiling face. She will give me fresh roti or hot roti, hot whatever the vegetables throughout my life. Throughout. She is from a very rich family, and I was a laborer. See, two different people. After that also, she loved me. Till date, she loves me every time. It means, and because of that, she never, I say, I am going tomorrow. Okay, how many days you are going? She will just, she will make my bag and I will go. So the family, there are now 15 doctors. We all gather together in Diwali, and this in Diwali, we enjoy like Diwali only. And I think I always say that we must love our family, and this family only you can give everything. And whenever now I come home, the Saili has twins. The Sapna has two kids. The Sumit yet not giving kid, he will give me kids also. And I think the whenever I come home, and I never feel tired because I am with my kids there, and these all grandsons and granddaughters, they give me happiness of my life. So that is what happens whenever you are in the, you can say, family. So now the nuclear family we are thinking, don't think of nuclear family. Because I always say, nuclear is surrounded by cytoplasm, that is mother, and that is surrounded by cell wall, that is father. So always remember, cell wall and the cytoplasm is required. Without that, you can't live. So forget nuclear family. So if your roots are stronger, the tree can withstand any storm, because my roots, my family roots are very stronger. My team roots are very stronger. And because of these two roots, I have got the two trees. One is team, one is family. And because of that, I could survive in any storm. So many storms happen in my life. But always remember, if you are not wrong, you should not worry for that. And my all life, my all things I dedicate to my patients, the patient from my Anandvan, and I dedicate my whole life to my patients and my team and my family. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I think so many life pearls we have learned from you, and so many obstacles right from the beginning in your life, and they kept coming and you kept conquering them. They kept coming, you kept conquering them, one after the other. And such a marvelous, amazing, lesson-filled life journey that you have shared with us. Thank you so much, sir, for your very nice presentation. Thank you so much, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Vardhaman.
Thank you, sir. Sir, basically, as we all know, like being in such a small village such as Makigao, I think most people who are probably listening to us today may not have heard about such a small village. Of course, they have learned only because of you, because of your life story. But such small villages are never ever heard about. And somebody who is born in a illiterate family, a farmer's family, who has three brothers, three sisters, the one of the elder person, elder children in the family, has been asked to support his father and his family in farming. And then such a life changes, life twist takes him to one of the first primary schools in that village, then takes him to the medical college. Somebody who is, let's say, has love for pediatric and orthopedic, actually chooses ophthalmology with a life twist. And I will say that it is the loss of pediatric and orthopedics and a big gain for all of us, so that you took up ophthalmology that time. So there is a very well-known story of your younger brother and very well-respected and well-known plastic surgeon, Dr. Vittal Lahane sir, and he had shared that in his first standard when he joined his school, he joined school, but after that he had was called by your family to again help in the farms, and that is how he actually lost the entire first year of his schooling. And when you heard about it and you had just joined the medical college, you came back and you actually taught him in the vacations that you had. And can you please tell us more about this, sir?
Basically, the when the Vittal, see what happens, the it was not possible to schooling for my brothers and sisters, four sisters and two brothers. My two sisters and one brother was, you can say, elder. So, and I entered in MBBS. That time my father came to know that education is good. And then I took my Vittal to the class, because that time the first year his admission was there, but he has not gone. He was in the working in the farm. Then I taught them in the, you can say, in the winter, this summer, and I asked the teacher, he asked him to read. He read everything, and then he was given admission in the this one second standard. He has never gone in the first standard. He has gone in the second standard. Then Goda and Sita, my brother, the sisters, they gone in the first standard, and later on the three people from my family started learning. My another sister Bhagirti, she did 10th. After she has got three doctors. She has got one ophthalmologist, one nephrologist, and one orthopedician. And after that, she learned herself, and she is now 10th standard. So everybody in our family, education first. It is like that.
Yeah, but sir, you were the first person in the family to pave that path for everybody. And
Of course, I was the first person. Otherwise, we might have been laborer today also. And because of my mother, who came, because my father was not much interested. He was interested in farming. He was not wrong. That time there was a draft in 72. I was working in the draft. So 3 months we have not eaten afternoon food. Not at all. Lunch we were not taking. We were eating some that tarota bhaji, and nothing was there. So that hardship we have seen. I think that because of that hardship only, we came out and I learned myself. And then I decided that yes, education is required in the family. And likewise, my family tree grown. I got everything. So I got engineers, so I got advocates, so I got everything. It is in the family. The doctors are more, but every type of person is there in the family.
absolutely, sir. So for somebody who actually paved the path for the family and the same person to become the chief of the DMER, who is the chief of the education of the entire state. So you have laid the way not only for the family but also for the
When I was on this one, I started the three medical colleges. When I was an president of Maharashtra Ophthalmic Association, I went to the 14 districts of Maharashtra, and that time it was told, "Fyoko, you can't do." Well, why they can't do? PECO should be done by the, you can say, in the rural area also. Myself and Ragini, we took help of Alkan. And in 14 districts, we were sitting Saturday morning to Saturday evening, Sunday morning to Sunday evening, 2 hours to each doctor. Minimum 3 cases he was doing on the goat side. And we taught the PECO emulsification in the rural Maharashtra in 2004. It means we want that education, whatever we do here, they should be able to do in the rural area also.
Absolutely, sir. So you have played such a big part in educating all your students, and they have played such a big part to educate more people. So it has been like a ripple effect and has benefited so many patients also in the same process.
Now what I'm doing is, all my students who are going in the taluka place as a MS, I always go to inaugurate them. Tell them that he is my student, his knowledge is equal to me. So show him the patient. If he refers to me, then I will come. But now I will tell you, in 45 taluka, my students are working there. And when I operate patients here in Mumbai, I always tell them the second follow up you do with that doctor, and what happens automatically, his practice will be good. So I always feel that it is not one person who can take care of everything, but it is a team together we can do it.
Absolutely, sir.
Sir, we learned so many virtues from your journey. So, what is the one virtue that has surpassed all your odds in your life? What you feel that is the main thing I got, and that's why I succeeded in my life.
Now see, in my virtue only one thing is that willpower. I always keep willpower up doing. I always feel if I am not wrong, I should not bother. And only by willpower. See what happens after the transplant. Now I am completing 29 years. So I am there just because of my willpower, and I work with total willpower. I always say that if you are in a good willpower, then you will succeed. And when willpower comes, if you are doing the good things, if you are doing the correct things, then you will not, you can say, you always bless yourself and you can do the work. So in my life, the willpower with hard work is my virtue.
Sir. So I think immense capacity of hard work, because now if we see even young people in our generation also cannot do such amount of hard work even if we have the energy. So sir, what is the so basically everybody wants to do hard work, but why? What do you think is why your capacity to do such sheer hard work, doing
I
camps
will, I
till
will tell you.
late night,
One
not
thing is,
having food? Yeah,
see, Vardhaman. So hard work capacity came from, I work in the farm for 10 years. I was a farmer. So my all the muscles are very strong. So there I was working in the 45-degree temperature. Now here I am working in the 18-degree temperature. There I was working in the farm. Here I am working in the AC and just doing this type of work, that is just doing the operation. So I am not getting tiredness at all. So what happens? My body is tuned for the hard work. And when it is tuned for the hard work, I can do any type of work. We operate, myself and Ragini, we operate 120 cases every day, constantly for 6 days. So that is what we do. And I will tell you, the people from AO, that is American ophthalmologists, they came to see our camp in the Anandman. There were 2100 cases. 11 people were there. They saw some 100 cases, and they told us how a mirror image of each eye. Every eye is a mirror image. Pupil is semi-dilated, cornea is transparent, not a single SK. How this can happen? And then they were amazed how this can happen. That is what our first operation and our 120th operation is same. So we have never compromised with anything. And the Ragini is there, she will say, throw it, don't reuse. We have not reused a single thing in our life for the surgery.
absolutely,
सर
sir.
एक क्वेश्चन कैन आई आस्क वन क्वेश्चन
Yes, अरे निखिल पूछो.
या सर आपका तो एनर्जी है लेकिन आई मस्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट डॉक्टर रागिनी हाउ यू शुड आल्सो टेल अस हर सीक्रेट हमारे से तो 2 ऑपरेशन भी नहीं होता है दिन का एंड हाउ शी हैज सो मच ऑफ एनर्जी समथिंग मे बी फ्रॉम हर वी कैन लर्न मे बी इंक्रीज
Yes, Ragini, tell Ragini.
Yeah.
You are
We
muted.
can't hear you. We
Muted.
can't hear you. We can't hear you. Ma, तुम्हारा mic.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Santosh bhai. Good evening, Nikhil bhai. Lovely, Vardhaman, this thing that you are doing. Saili, Sumit, Atul Dada, and everybody present here. It is so wonderful to be here. So, Nikhil bhai, even for me, sometimes it is very, very surprising. I was 40 kgs and I used to do one cataract. And it was not so much about my physical strength. I was extremely weak, but it was so much mental, that I cannot do a second cataract. And if any patient has any complication, even today, you will find me sitting and crying, even for a small vitreous loss. Forget leaving a patient a fake. Last month, I have left a patient a fake at MADA. I'm still in touch with her, talking to her, making her fit and her sugars normal to bring her for secondary IOL. So that one patient, no, my heart will be with that patient. So it started it like one cataract, then two cataract, then three cataract, and five cataract. What happened was that Dr. Manoj and Dr. Lahane sir were a team and they were men and they were very strong and they used to do a large amount of surgery. So the number of patients were very high. And then one day Manoj suddenly left and the number of patients were the same. And for me, no, I cannot. I mean, it has been told about me 6 months back when things were written about me that I love my patient so much that I cannot love anybody else. And I've never hurt a patient or in my life. So basically, it is again a willpower and determination. But most of the time, it was like this that sir kept pushing me, and so many times he has bullied me that you can do it. And I've cried, at Anandvan when I'm operating my last 10 cases. I'm literally crying. My feet are swollen and physically I'm not strong even today. I fall ill, I have fever, but I've learned. I've operated with 101 fever. I've operated with paronychia in Anandvan, where at 6 o'clock in the morning I've slept with an Alprax, and at 10 o'clock, after doing 600 cases at 10 o'clock in the morning, the abscess from my paronychia was drained. I've operated with severe menorrhagia and then undergone surgery for my PCOD and like at 7 hemoglobin. But I think it was again the willpower and determination. And what happens is, that one night we were extremely tired. I was so tired. It was very cold at Nandurbar. And we had ordered some tea from the bus stop, and Dr. Gavit sir was coming. It was around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was wondering why we are so stupid and so tired and yet doing this work. So there was this woman who was blind, and I can understand and talk their language because it is partially Gujarati, Kathiawadi, and all. And she was throwing stones at everybody because she was blind and very thin clothes and very, very poor. And we literally had to push ourselves to do the last few surgeries. But the next morning, when you see them, that they can see, that pushes you to work. Like I'm dead, but when you go there and when you see that they're so blind, they're so helpless, they're so poor, you push yourself. And I think I was trained like an astronaut. It was not in a day, it was over a period of so many years, that from 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. And I remember that I used to do 90 something surgeries and then I used to get tired. And I used to get very scared that just to make 100, I don't want to cause any vitreous loss or anything. So one day, the sir and the whole team decided that today we will not listen to her. We were at Ratnagiri in 2005. And like every time, like around my 90s, I said, now it's enough. I can't do it. So they brought me out, and Maruti Mama wouldn't let us eat anything in the OT. But that day, they said, okay, you can have your sweet. Then they told me ki you have a banana because I love bananas. They patawed me. They told me sit for some time, and they said, see, now you're not starting at 95. You are actually starting from one, and you can do these 5 surgeries. Once I did my first 100, the block went away, and it is more than the physical power of me being able to do it. When I see the patients and their need, and I feel if I do this 100 people will not be blind. If I do this 200 people will not be blind. So I think it pushes you. The blindness pushes you. The sheer vulnerability of those patients, the poverty. And I think what I have seen in my life, is so, I mean, I have seen so much poverty, which actually, as a Mumbai born girl, I have never seen before. And that pushed me, and I'm so happy that sir bullied me, he pushed me, he taught me, he believed in me. And I'm actually very fussy also. Like, I want everything perfect. I mean, Sumit is there, Saili is there, everybody is there. You know how I am with the program also. Like every mistake, I'll go 5 times. So, but it has been a wonderful journey. It has been a very, very tough journey. It has been a very slow journey, but I'm happy that it happened.
Amazing, amazing, ma'am. I think so many traits. But, ma'am, of all these years and years of basically supporting sir's really divine work, if you have to really tell us like one incident that has touched you the most in this entire journey, can you tell us that? Is there anything, one specific incident that you can remember?
So, Sir was operating his very good friend and mentor who helped him a lot during his kidney transplant. And he had a traumatic cataract. I mean, we knew that he would not get vision, but Sir was trying. And something went wrong because it was trauma. Something unexpected was there inside the eye. And we could not save that eye. I remember Sir sitting down and weeping, actually weeping. And I've seen him weep for patients. I've seen him do so much for patients. We were at Rajur one day. Rajur is Bhandardara ke upar. And they brought a patient who was totally unfit, who was having a Foley's catheter and very dirty. And also, I used to tell Sir, ki, Sir, if you operate him, na, he's going to get end off and then we'll be blamed and all. He was completely blind. So he said, see, anyway, he's like an animal. He may get end off and he is blind. He is now also is blind. We must take the chance because nobody is going to touch him. He operated him, and against all our advice and all our things. And then we used to go to these people's houses. They were so poor and have tea with them. But that patient survived. And there was not only these garib poor patients. I'll tell you about a very, very VVIP patient. He was a governor. His son is a very big justice now in the Supreme Court and a very close family. Now, he had a very, very hard brown cataract, so nobody was operating him. He was a governor at 2, 3 places, and everybody said, wait, 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 wait. Finally, when he went to Kerala, no, they told him, see, now you are from Maharashtra, you can go only to one person, that is Dr. Lane, sir. Now, when I saw him, his cataract was so bad. I said, sir, if we land into complications, we've had it. And but they wanted to get operated only by Sir. And Sir operated. And because of his cataracts, he couldn't see. They were giving him 20 medicines and he was so drowsy. And people thought that he has a problem. Then within 2 days, they got his two eyes operated. And I think Monday, supposing if we did one eye, and Wednesday we did the one eye, and then it was 15th of August or 26th of January, within 2, 3 days, he went there, he stopped, all the medicines had to be stopped, and he was normal. So it is not the poor, but the VVIPs also. And it is so scary. And the scariest incident in my life is Parbhani, where people had end off and they were throwing stones at the minister, Vimaltai Mindara. And I told Sir that we won't operate there because I had been in Parbhani before and I knew what sort of OT it was. So he said they are not willing to come here. So we both did only 20 surgeries, and the other eye was tricycle in all these patients. So between the two of us, we did 20 surgeries the whole day when we can do 200. And then we were staying in the agriculture guest house at Parbhani, the university. And Sir couldn't sleep. So I was sharing a room with my sister and we were just chatting in the night. So Sir heard us and he came. So he said, you all cannot sleep. So I said, no, sir, we cannot sleep. And he was also not sleeping. So I told Sir, okay, let's go for a walk. So we went out and on the tracks. We sat at the platform the whole night. And there was no change. So we crossed the tracks, the opposite platform, got 500 rupees ka change. And we kept on having so much tea the whole night. So these are, every day is a story. Every day there was a story with a poor or a VIP and it has not been a bed of roses. It has been very, very tough. Even till the last moment that we left JJ, it has been a tough journey. But there has been so much satisfaction as far as the patients are concerned. The work is concerned that nothing actually stopped us from this mission. And if you go to see, Sir and I are completely different, completely in our personalities, in the way we approach work, in the way we were brought up. So there is nothing that is common among the two of us, but it is the love for our patients, the strong love for our patients. And it is not also the passion for work. Once you love the patient, you do the best. I mean, it's not that I do everything for the patient. Like, say, for example, if I don't know anything, I would refer the patient to Sumit, Saili, Nikhil Bhai, everybody in Mumbai. But love for the patient kept us going. And I think that is the common bond between us that kept us together.
Absolutely, ma'am. I think
Great, great.
and with your support has done such historic work. We all are feel so inspired by this entire journey. So, ma'am, as a student of Sir, in your early years when you had joined JJ and Sir was a teacher, do you have any memories from that time?
So the first day I joined JJ, so I had left JJ for a year to go to Rajawadi. And so I had nothing to do. I was jobless. So, and my father was very keen ki bond ka paisa nahi dubane ka. So I had to complete my bond. So one of my friends, he told me, don't join JJ. A very khadus man has joined from the gaon and he's horrible. And so you take up a job anywhere. So I have no choice. I have to join. So I entered the room. This is the first or the second chapter of the book that I've written on, sir, which is not getting published. That I enter the room and a very dark, very lean, all hallowed cheek man was sitting there, looking at me with hawk eyes, and the shirt was hanging on him because he was on dialysis and his urea creatinine were very high. And he looked at me and said that you treat me like a brother. So I said, Arey, but he too looks like a father. And kahan se ye aa gaya? And so khadus. And in the meanwhile, what has happened was that there were some elements in JJ who were very corrupt and all that. And they had given him a lot of wrong information about me. The first time he saw me in JJ, I was with my group of friends, from, this Gul and all that. I was wearing a short skirt and he said, Ye bandi, ये मेरे साथ काम नहीं कर सकती. She looks like a typical lookout. And I decided that this man was good for nothing. I have to finish my bond and go somehow or the other. And he told me, you better be careful. I'm going to keep an eye on you and you have to report to me every day. So we were like enemies. And then one day there was a strike, and he had a very bad opinion of me, and I had an extremely bad opinion of him. And one day, no, there was a strike, and I remember his friend Kiran Hegde, he's still there. And his mother was admitted, and her BP shot up post-op, and she had a complication, and we had to put in an ACIOL, and she was vomiting maybe because her pressure was high. So I sat with her the whole night, and the sisters in my ward, my friends, because I was doing MB, I had done MS from there. So sir was telling her, ki, Arey, this girl is so hardworking, so loving towards the patient. And he changed his opinion about me and he told me next day you start working in my unit. So the fights never end. Today also we fight. But my opinion about him started changing because I was born in a Jain family and I wanted to do seva. And I was looking for somebody with a lot of integrity, love for the patients. And people used to make fun of me in my MBBS and MS. कि ये सब ऐसे सिद्धांतवादी बातें करती है सेवा सेवा, but in real life this is not going to happen. And I said, Ki, we'll see. And I found in him a person, a guru whom embodied everything that I was looking for in a guru. So I think it was a very tough journey for us. I remember when he had undergone his kidney transplant, and that time I didn't know that he loves pens. Okay, what do you give a boss? So I bought a cheap pen because our pay was very little, and we were supposed to write in a book. He was in a kaach ka room in JJ, and we used to write in a kaach ka book the visitors and all that. And he was so tough. He was so tough as a boss. He's so tough as a boss even today. After I became professor, no, I remember he was the dean and director. So we used to finish a whole list before 10 o'clock, before he had to go to the dean's office and the director's office. So I stay at Mulund, which is 35 kilometers away. So all my years, 30 years that I worked with him, for so many years, I didn't even know that I get a summer vacation because he never gave us one. And we were working on Sundays, and we were working in Diwali, we were working all holidays. Till I became HOD, I didn't know that I get 1 month summer vacation because I never got with him. And I reached JJ one day at around 7:30 or so, and he was waiting for me. So I said, what happened? He said, you're so late. So I said, sir, I'm a professor. I'm supposed to come only at 10 o'clock. He said, I don't know all that. Chalo, chalo, jaldi se round. So he works so hard. In JJ, if you come to my office, no, there's a bathroom with a shower and all. So if you come back at 4 o'clock from a camp where you've operated 500 patients, you work 20 hours a day. So I used to never come home because it was very difficult to go back to work to JJ. So I used to go to my office, sleep there because सुबह 8 बजे तो ओपीडी शुरू होता है and quarter to 8 my boss will be standing there, so you better be ready and run. So if you come at 5 o'clock, if you even today we travel, even if he comes at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, he will be at Raghunath at 8:30. He cannot sleep and he will make you that. So once he finished an OT at Anandvan at 6 o'clock in the morning. I had finished 700 surgeries and it was in the morning, and he'll tell you, Arey, kya mar jati hai? Kya thak jati hai? Let's go for a walk. Arey, pagal hai kya?
As sir said, being in farms in his early life has really made him very tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, but
Vardhaman,
Yes.
can you ask Sumit also
Yeah.
as a father,
Right.
how is
Yes,
as a
absolutely.
father?
Sir. That is due.
Yeah.
So I think today we have, of course, thank you so much, Ragini ma'am, for
Thank
sharing
you. Thank you so much.
wonderful experiences about
Yeah.
sir. And of course, I think sir has embodied being the perfect son, the perfect sibling, elder brother to all his siblings. Of course, now in the new role, now in the great role of father, and in the new role of also grandfather as well now.
Yeah.
So I would like to know from both Dr. Saili and Dr. Sumit about what memories do you have about sir as a father
As a father and as a teacher also,
and
as a
as a
boss.
teacher? Both, yeah.
You're muted.
Good evening, all. Basically, as a father, he was always very supportive. Like, whatever we wanted to do, he has always allowed us to do that. He has never forced that you have to do this only, you have to become an ophthalmologist or you have to become a doctor, nothing of that sort. In fact, he never wanted me to become a doctor. He always wanted me to go through UPSC and all that, which I was not ready for. So it's always been our decision, and he has always been very, very supportive. Even in the personal life, for marriage and all, everything, he has always been very, very supportive in my personal as well as in professional life. As a teacher, he was really good. uh, Many people find him very strict, but I don't know, somehow it was not that way when I was his student doing MS there. That time again, he always felt that I loved retina, and he always supported in that decision also, that I wanted to become a visual retina surgeon. So he said, yeah, you should go ahead with whatever you like. So he never forced me that no, you have to be an anterior segment surgeon or do something which I don't want to do. So he has always been very, very supportive as a father, as a teacher, and throughout my life in whatever decisions I have taken, he has always been there for me. And Now as a grandfather, he is extremely loving to my kids. Like, I have elder daughter who is 10 years, and my younger ones are twins who are 3.5, and they're always over him whenever he is at home. And just he's extremely loving to them, and he always takes care of them. He always remembers to play with them. I think more than me, he plays with them, because he also relives his childhood in them. So
That is
it's
really
been
nice
always
to see
great.
sir photographs with the grandkids.
Yeah.
Yes, Sumit, we would like to also know from you about yes.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. So I exactly echo her words. She has not left me anything to be said. I can just say that he is always being supportive. I can just tell you one incident, that when I was getting MS ophthalmology after my MBBS, after CET, then I went to him with the simple concern. I didn't say anything, but I was just sitting with him. He was in Dean office. He said, "What happened?" I said, "So this I'm getting. What should I take? I'm little confused." He said, "You take whatever you like. And I know if you take Ofstal, people will always compare you to me, and that will happen forever of life. People will say something, you do good, still they will compare. You do bad, still they will compare. You remember one thing, that you do what you are best at, you do what you like to, and once you start loving your field, there will be no limit for you to progress in that ahead. So I till today it happens to me that I do anything, I always get compared, and I just remember that incident exactly the way it happened, and then I continue my work, whatever I'm doing. So I'm always being grateful. Like you don't have to go outside to look for your idols. It's there at home sitting. You have a issue, you go to him, he gets sorted for you. Not only for me, for everyone. And looking at him, we get inspired every day. Looking at his work stamina, we feel we are doing so less of a work. And hats off to him, the way he's working and the way he started. So I can just through this media, I can just say thank you to MS and thank you to my father for being there always whenever I need.
Yeah, so well
Sir,
said.
one thing I want to say about Sumit. So, sir, he is very sincere. Just like
Yes,
you,
yes.
he's very sincere, hardworking, and he's doing helping us like anything. So we are
Sir,
very grateful to him also.
As we say, sir is known as a taskmaster. So sir has whatever tasks are there in the day, sir will finish everything. But Sumit is also a taskmaster.
Yeah.
I think whenever we have discussed anything before, we can say everything Sumit has already done. So I think
वर्धमान
we are proud of
एक
him.
सरांना विचारायचं होतं सर you just had tell us that how much adverse you had reached such a height going through such an adverse things in your life, and you shows the world that uh, a man can do if he decide to do what to what to. Nowadays we know that our field is such a it's a instrument based, or it's we need a lot of money to start the younger generation, the first generation. I mean, if there is something called nepotism, the people feel that if your father is an ophthalmologist, you are going to be unsuccessful. If you are a first generation ophthalmologist, there will be a lot of problems. So I just want to what is your message to the younger ones who are going to be the first generation ophthalmologists? So you are a role model for them. I think maybe your words will encourage them, and they will for the setting up in the practice.
True. First generation ophthalmology, I want to tell them, see, any subject, if you are any subject, that may be ophthalmology or any other subject, you first love the subject. Secondly, you love the patient. And always remember, only go with the science, do the truth. See, once you go with the science and do the truth, that will take some days that public will know you. But if you are doing well, to be popular or to be satisfied, you will require some years. But that will be a permanent throughout your life. So I always say that yes, you do justice to yourself. And if you are doing justice to yourself, you will be successful. I will tell you, I started the second inning. See, you know that I am very straight. I was very straight officer. And when I started the second thing, I asked the ICICI Bank to give me the this loan. I asked for 2 crore. And after asking 2 crore, what has happened? They give me 48 lakhs rupees loan. And it was very difficult. You know that my pension and everything. Then I started, because the second opinion is not going to come to me. So I'll have to purchase everything. It is not that this is not there, that is not there. And so it was coming near about 10 crore, 9 crore rupees. And bank has not given me. But I want to tell all these people, now I am in the 20th month of my practice, and bank has made the contract of 25 crore with me, and they are going to give me 25 crore. What it made it? Just that every month I was giving their loan, repay loan. And because of that repay loan, sometimes it was not yielding from the, you can say, hospital also or like that. But my pension is there, my pay is there. I was giving them every month, every time I give them. And my credit in the bank is there. So always remember, you go with the credit, definitely you can practice. And there is an Appa Swami person who helps you for every practice anywhere. So I think Appa Swami has helped me here, also in Mara, also in Ambezogai. So there are people who are working, and so once you are doing good work, see everybody, when I started practice, even my close friend told me that you see, Dr. Lane, patients can come in JJ, but they will not come in practice. But today, I will have to tell my patients now, I can't take you because so many people are there and I can't take the new patients. So it means it is not like that it is in JJ or it is in private. If you are good, if you are knowledgeable, if you are giving the time, and if you are giving the result, patient will come anywhere, anywhere. That is not in Mumbai, but if I start my practice in Ambijogai, since morning 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., I can't eat. So many people are coming. So anywhere you go, patient will come. Only thing is you give justice to the patient, and that is a correct justice. If you do it, you are successful.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Justice to the patient. That is very important sentence you have told us, sir.
We would like to also know if can you tell us three things that probably none of the ophthalmologists know about you?
See, ophthalmologist near about know everything, but the things which are one thing, the thing is that ophthalmologist might be knowing, but I'm ready to learn anytime from anybody. Anybody. It is not that I should learn from someone or like that. I'm open. I never feel I am somebody big in my life. Never. I never feel. I always feel okay. It's there because I came from the laborer thing. And another thing is that I never get tired.
Yeah.
So once what happens, once everything come in your head, then it is very difficult to go ahead. So whatever the thing is there, don't bring in the head. And without bringing the head, you do your journey, you are successful.
Sir, I think probably people
Now,
will
Nikhil is my friend. I want Nikhil,
Yes, sir.
yes,
Sir,
to say something.
Dr. Nikhil,
Yeah,
sir,
yeah.
basically you have worked with sir for such a long time, especially in the organizational capacity of BOA also.
Yeah.
So can
And
you
that is also giving my opinion to my patients.
and you helping sir?
He was the person who was helping me in the cornea till date. Today also I refer patient to him.
Yes. So, sir, what have you learned with your long association with Dr. Lane, sir?
No, I think one of the key factor which I've seen in all leaders is that their communication is perfect and very fast. Means सर को कभी भी मैसेज करेंगे या कभी कॉल करेंगे, he is available 24/7. He has a solution to all our problems and he responds very fast. You know, like you have somebody, you send a message and he says, oh, I think it went to junk box. ऐसा कभी होगा नहीं किसी के भी साथ. You know, sir will respond absolutely in quick response, which is phenomenal. And I think that is one quality which all leaders probably have, and many of us are very, very poor, including myself, in responding to things. And BOA, we used to have meeting, 200 log aaye, 300 log mushkil se aaye. This is how we started. And when I came to Bombay, I realized. And today, if you see, we have 10 times more number of delegates, faculty, and all people. So I think sir is the only person who is actually the person who made all these changes and it made it happen. And we have gone so much up. And basically, I think BOA mein we all work as a team. We never work individually. Sir will always give us work कि ये करना है तुमको, वो करना है तुमको. So we all work together and we execute. And the other advantage is that so many times we made mistake, we've done some gadbad, but sir has never sort of fired us, or he has agreed or accepted, or there's so much of confidence he has built in us that we are still more trying to work harder. And in fact, when we organize the meeting, we are always worried of finances. So sir used to tell us, you make a good program, you make all good arrangements, finance I will manage with the trade. So we were never under stress, which I think is a major stress when you look at any meeting, that about the finances. And I cannot understand, but BOA is the only meeting where faculty, they're getting free stay, free travel, and so many other things, which is not there in any part of the world, our country also, I think, how we manage. So, it reflects a lot on the transparency of our dealings and how we manage the whole, conference. And we still sometimes have profit. Aisa nahi hai ki we are at a loss. So, that is one great thing And with Dr. Ragini and sir, the scientific program, always we try to make the best possible use of all the resources. And as she said, she is so meticulous that गलती होने का chance हमारे से होता है लेकिन उनसे नहीं होएगा. She will correct our all sorts of errors that we may make. So those are some of the things. In fact, I would only do academic work. So, but if you see, I have become secretary and president of BOA, which I think मेरे लाइफ में कभी पॉसिबल नहीं था. मैंने तो सर को बोला मेरे बस का ही नहीं है ये सब करने को, डोंट पुल मी इनटू दिस. सर ने मेरे को बताया यू वर्क, you do whatever work is given to you, rest all the problems I will manage. And I am sure that if sir was not there, I would never ever even think of doing any post in any society for that matter. Because of sir's support, I think I was able to do it, and it went off successfully. And I think that has made a lot of difference for not only me, I'm sure all our office bearers. Sir is a very strong sort of support system which is there. And I think some of these factors have really shaped the BOA, and I think BOA has come up a long way. But I think it is now time that we should put sir on a national platform. I strongly feel that AIOS needs a person like Professor Lane to guide all of us, not only at BOA level and MOS of course, but at national level. And I think all of us have to work hard to get that thing materialized. I think we have tried, but we have to try harder, because there are so many politics, conflicting interests. People have their own vested interest, and I think sir जैसे person के लिए we all have to work together. मेरे को लगता है कि we should be able to do it, and I think we are looking forward कि we will push him to work for the national platform. So that are my few words of learning from sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I think
That
we
is,
all would like to.
that is my friends.
Yeah.
See what happens. I am very lucky person. I always say I am very lucky person. I have got the best friends. I think he's such a, you can say, scientist. He's a scientist. Nikhil is a scientist in ophthalmology. And see, such scientists came together, and because of that, BOA is there. It is not me. It is just a group of scientists working for the, you can say the this BOA, and because of that, we are successful.
Yes,
No,
sir.
no, sir.
Agni
It's
ma'am
not
wants
like
to-
that. It's not like that, sir. It's a leader who drives everything.
Yes,
He
absolutely.
has the capacity
Ragini
to
ma'am
make the
wants to
good
say.
team.
Ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, and unmuted only.
So basically, I'll tell you what. So what Nikhil Bhai was saying, no, and let me tell you one thing. I must say this, that Nikhil Bhai's presidency set a benchmark. People about his meticulousness. You see his diagrams in cornea. Every time he would send a patient and he would come back, I would tell my students, see, this is how you write notes. He write notes like this today. So his presidency actually set a very huge benchmark, because otherwise we used to always have problems with rooming and travel and all. But because he was meticulous from that day, from that time onwards, our stay and travel were never criticized. And sir is a team player. So what he does is, he knows our strengths and he knows our weaknesses. Like, for example, my weakness is that I cannot make the program early. Like now I am working day and night. So he will tolerate it. He will say कि she executes na, but वो उसका nature है. So what he does is he plays on your strengths. He accepts and tolerates your weaknesses. And he's actually a team player. And supposing he gives us work, like say, for example, he gives us work. He has never interfered in what I'm doing. Sometimes I tell Nikhil bhai ye wo, but he never interferes. He never, like now we have teams who are doing bags. We have teams who are doing mementos. We are having teams who are doing food. Sumit was so junior. Last time I lost my earring, he was doing so much work. So he just throws you. And like Nikhil bhai said that you can make mistakes, he will always say, ठीक है, इतना पैसा गया ना. Last time, somebody had some problem कि इतना food का कुछ हुआ. So they were so worried. But sir managed to get Brenda to accommodate and not cause us losses and all that. So I think he's one of the most important things is he's a wonderful team player. I have grown because see, I'm a woman. Normally, men don't allow women to grow. But in fact, sometimes I have had lots of problems with him because I have told him, Kiri, you are not helping only, you are not giving advice only, you are not doing anything. He just throws you. Karo. And then you have to struggle, you have to work hard, you have to learn. And but we've been a very good team, though I get the credit for the program and all that. Everybody is working so hard with their own faculties and all. And I call myself a traffic police. I'm the best mover and packer in the world. I can pack a program nicely. That is why it works. But we are a wonderful team, and the thing about the team is that we love each other. The second thing about Sir is, sometimes we get very frustrated of the people who have troubled us so much also. I'll be very, very honest. This time I was very keen that the people who troubled us, we should not be allowing them in the conference, or we should not be giving them opportunities. I was, you get miffed, you get troubled, they spoiled your whole life. But Sir said ki, no, 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 no. We have to be above all these things, and you cannot think of such petty things. And they are they, and we are we. So, Sir, for all the people who have troubled him, all the people who have really troubled him, he has never, never, never done anything to them. He has always forgiven them. He's always been friendly with them, and sometimes it irritates us no end. But I think he's the type that he says, "Jane do."
Thanks so much to learn.
He's a good, actually, he's a good human being.
Good
It
human
reflects that he's a good human being. He's a leader, good leader, and he's a rescuer for everything. Whatever problems comes in our life, he comes as a rescue person for us. And I think BO is just standing just because of Lahani sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah. For last so many years, we are seeing that so many people across the Maharashtra who are taking part in the conference and the hospitality and everything. We saw, sir, he's asking everybody, तुला रूम मिळालं का? तुला राहायला जागा आहे का? तुझं जेवण झालं का? म्हणजे एखाद्या मुलीचं लग्न आहे आपल्या घरच्या, त्याच्यासारखं सर कॉन्फरन्सला हे करतात.
So this time we had a managing committee meeting last week, and we are spending a lot of money. This time the bags are costing us, branded bags are costing us 700. So everybody was telling me कि I get to bail the cat many a times कि madam bolo na, 1000 रुपया registration नहीं हो सकता है. So the whole committee was on one side कि 1500 करो, and he was alone on one side कि नहीं 1000 ही रखूंगा. तो फिर everybody was telling us him कि पैसा कहाँ से लाएंगे? Why you are not increasing the fees and all? Everybody was on one side. I don't understand money, so I was sitting quiet and having tea or eating something. So they were telling me, "आप बोलो, आप बोलो, आप बोलो." So then after the meeting, no, I asked sir कि आप सबकी सुनते हो पर करते हो तो अपने मन की. Nikhil bhai, I'm still not sure whether he's going to listen to 20 voices. Huh? He will go back to 1000. That is what I feel.
No, 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 it is not like that. 1500 करेंगे, don't worry. 1500 करेंगे बाबा.
And you know, Nikhil bhai, me, we worked from the time sir took over. It is our 16th year.
Yes.
And we've traveled, we have done the program, we have used our people, we have spent money. Till last year, I was always getting to stay at the venue. Till last year, Nikhil, nobody stayed at the venue. Nikhil bhai वगैरह कोई भी नहीं. They have never taken. They have paid their money for registration, and not a single bill. Not a single bill has been submitted by any of the committee member because sir is so principled and the committee themselves are so principled, Nikhil bhai and all, that we are working for the organization. So not a single bill has been presented by any of us to the organization that this is the money that I have to take reimbursement for the work that I did, for the petrol that I traveled or whatever. And I think that is what sir inculcates in us. And because of that, he has found a wonderful team. I mean, of course, we say that Lahane sir is the success of BOA, but I would say that Lahane sir's success is as a leader that we are totally devoted to him. But it is the team he doesn't let anybody go. Like एक बार president हुआ तो वो चला नहीं गया. We are getting more and more people. Every time the president finishes, he's added to the team, added to the team, added to the team. So I think we have a huge team, which is a family. I don't even remember that we fight for anything. And elections are really not because Lane sir. I'll tell you this time, one person came and told sir कि नितिन बालकृष्णन को president होने का है. तो sir said, ठीक है, उसको बनाओ. So people think that Lane sir decides. It's not like that. It's whoever says कि मुझे बनना है, बन जाओ. So there is no dictatorship. It's only love, and I think everybody is very, very hardworking and loving, and everybody has an opinion. Whether sir listens to that opinion, 1500, 1000, ये मुझे नहीं मालूम है.
संतोष को कुछ बोलना था. संतोष.
नाही म्हणलं सर बीओएचं जे काही आहे सक्सेस जस्ट इज बिकॉज ऑफ यू ओनली. बिकॉज आम्ही एवढ्या 10-15 वर्षापासून बघतोय बीओएला. एवढं नव्हतं सर त्याचं ग्लॅमर, पण आता जे काही हॉस्पिटॅलिटी आणि जे काही क्वालिटी आहे इट इज अमेझिंग. Everybody wants to be a part of BOA nowadays conference.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah.
So I think
Aditi wants to say anything.
Aditi, do you want to ask any question to sir?
So I'm like mesmerized with all the experiences and trying to learn what we can actually, like, every sentence, every experience is so much enriching that I think our generation has lots of things to learn from sir. How like you can just take everything positively and like just come out as a successful or really a hardworking and sincere person like him. Just make every opportunity into a golden opportunity, I feel. So, hats off, sir. Seriously.
Thank you, Aditi.
Just to add to so many qualities that sir has, we have just gotten to know also that sir is a fantastic chess player. So I think sir should definitely participate in the MOS sports tournaments.
Chess player and cook also. I am a good cook. Huh? I will just make good for you all.
Absolutely. So I've heard that sir is such a fantastic cook. I think almost every Sunday when he is at home, he cooks for his kids.
Yes.
And that is amazing to know. I think that is a facet. Sir plays Budung also. So sir plays
visit sir's house then.
Absolutely. Yes. Sir is a perfect all-rounder along with being such a great surgeon, academician, administrator, and leader. So many things to learn. So sir, last and most important question today is about one of the most important persons in your life. We all say, Nasti Matrusama Chaya, Nasti Matrusama Gati, Nasti Matrusama Prana, Nasti Matrusama Priya. अर्थात माता के समान कोई छाया नहीं, माता के समान कोई सहारा नहीं, माता के समान कोई रक्षक नहीं, और माता के समान कोई और प्रिय चीज नहीं. So sir, last question and your most important remarks about role of your mother in your life, sir.
My mother Anjana Bhai is for me, she is my hero. In my life, she is my hero. She gave me second birth. She inspired me. By only her love, she inspired me to work for the poor. And I think for me today also, people go for you can say Pandharpur or somewhere. I also go there. But for me, my Pandharpur is my mother and father. For me, my mother is you can say Rukmini, and father is a Vitthal. So I always go to my village as a Pandharpur. I take the blessings of my father and mother. And I think whatever inspiration or whatever journey I'm going ahead is just because of my mother. Every time, whenever I go there, I rejuvenate myself for 1 month, and again I go there and stay with my mother. So I think I have never seen such a person who inspires so much and loves so much. She has immense love on me. So whatever she will say, कि बस माजा तात्या. So I have never seen कि इतना प्यार कोई करता है. So मेरे लिए everything, my guru, my mother, my mentor, my God, everything is my mother. She has given me second birth and she has taught me to work for the poor.
Sir, एक last question माझा. What you would like to be born as again, as a Dr. Lahane or something else?
Next time, if you want that I should have a rebirth, I will definitely say that I should be a farmer.
Okay.
Great.
That life comes a complete circle.
Yes.
Very
I
nice.
want to do farming today also. Now I am going to invite you all. So the in my this one, I have just have the apple trees in my farmhouse. Apple trees, 137, 127 apple trees are there, and this September now the crop will be there. So I want to see in Marathwada we will get apple or not. So it
Wow.
means this research I do in my farm only. So I am very happy when I go there. I think that is a, you can say, happiest. I am happiest in my two places. One is at the my farm, and second is in the camp. So many patients, and then I am happy. Working, edema to the foot, and Ragini is also edematous in the everywhere. Everybody is working for 18 hours a day, and next day patients are very happy, and then they are scratching our cheek by their very hard hands. And the Raginis, the you can say chicks will be red, but they will do that, and blessings. So because of that, see, 29 years after kidney transplant, I am there because of blessings of my mother and blessings of these poor patients who are operated. So as because of that, see, 29 years after kidney transplant, active life is very difficult. But that I am getting because of blessings. So I always say the blessings worse above science.
Great. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Very. Thank you so much.
Today.
Yes.
Thank you to Dr. Ragini ma'am, Dr. Nikhil sir, Dr. Saili, Dr. Sumit, our president, Dr. Agarwal sir, Dr. Mandar sir, Dr. Atulji, Dr. Aditi. And before we have the official vote of thanks by Dr. Aditi, I would like to ask our president, Dr. Agarwal sir, for the concluding remarks, please.
Sir, it was an amazing session. We learned many things. Though we have surpassed 30 years of our means practice, but still many things we should learn from sir. Only money is not the main motto of our life. So many blessings from the patients. And one word, one sentence I like very much: justice to the patients. It is very much. It should be our motto in our life. That will give you means strength and happiness. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes. Sir, would you like to say something before we go for the vote of thanks?
I think we have discussed everything. So now we can go for the vote of thanks.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. I want to say Vardhaman and Santosh and Atul, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's our pleasure.
We are fortunate to
We are fortunate.
be with. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It has been so wonderful with so much love and respect that you gave us all. And it was such a wonderful session. I'm really overwhelmed.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And waiting to be with we are all of us from this team waiting to be with our MOS family soon in a few days to meet, greet, and have fun.
Sure, ma'am. We'll have a great time. Definitely.
Yes, Aditi.
Yeah. So for official vote of thanks, I would like from Team MOS would really thank you from bottom of our hearts. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Your presence actually made the Legend series more star-studded. So thank you so much for being a part. Thank you, Ragini madam, for being there and sharing your experiences. Thank you, Dr. Nikhil Gokhale sir, for being there. Thank you, Saili and Sumit, for letting us know the other side of sir as a family person. And it was a truly mesmerizing session to learn pearls from your life, how you rose up as a phoenix every time. And of course, thank you, Antor and the technical team for the support. And thank you, MOS team, people headed by Dr. Santosh Agarwal, sir.
And
Thank you so
thank
much.
you, Vardhaman, also.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Vardhaman. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good night,
Good night,
madam.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night,
Thank
bye.
you. Looking forward.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
sure, ma'am.